But let me start by thanking also the working group on recognition of the Alliance for the work throughout the entire year. And let me present the core statement towards all stakeholders. Anita will go into more details afterwards regarding that. So the Alliance was working on different topics. One of them, which was identified as important for all Alliance members, was the recognition of volunteering. And what the core recommendations are to encourage appropriate incentives to increase the quantity, quality, and impact of volunteering. Development of a culture of recognition across Europe, and to include mechanisms for individual as well as collective volunteer achievements, so also for volunteering involving organizations, and reinforcing a positive public awareness message about volunteering. So these are the core messages which go from the working group, which are part of the PAVE. More details later. And I would like to shortly share with you the Alliance work is now 1 year during the European Year of Volunteering, but about 2 years before we already started our cooperation. And of course we were thinking about the future of this cooperation, because we want not to only present the PAVE, but we would also like to be part of the implementation of PAVE. So a statement of the Alliance that I would like to share with you is on the future of the EYV 2011 Alliance. As the European Year of Volunteering comes to an end, the time has come to reflect upon the accomplishments we have achieved as civil society actors. Together, we have been able to publish the Policy Agenda on Volunteering in Europe, which becomes a document that covers the entire spectrum of the volunteering sector, from the individual volunteer to the highest political level, as well as all actors, including civil society, policymakers, academia, and the private sector. At the same time, it is also the moment to reflect on how we, as civil society, can sustain the momentum which we have gained during this year, as well as the high level of collaboration which we have reached as the Alliance. The steering group of the EYV 2011 Alliance has decided that the continuation of the Alliance is a key to sustaining this momentum. In order to adequately prepare the proper structure of this future Alliance as an established platform, the Alliance steering group has decided to adopt a development period of 3 months after the end of the project, which we plan to request to extend by 2 months to June instead of the foreseen end in May. The preparatory working group for this new Alliance structure will begin shortly. The executive group is preparing terms of reference for the preparatory working group, who will be tasked with developing the new Alliance mission, vision, and mandate. This new Alliance is expected to be operational by the end of September 2012. Of course, such an operation will require adequate operational funding, another task of the preparatory working group. One of its main tasks will be to identify funding sources which will not compete with the funding sources of individual Alliance members. We are very eager to see that the work of the Alliance and of course of the working groups, of which many of us have been a part, will continue beyond 2011, ensuring that the legacy of the European Year of Volunteering 2011 is a lasting one, with continued participation and collaboration among civil society, the private sector, and institutions. So this is an official statement on the future of the Alliance that we would like to share with you in order to show you that civil society is willing to continue its cooperation towards a common goal, which is the implementation of PAVE, the Policy Agenda for Volunteering in Europe. I think it would be also good to consider this afterwards in the discussions that we will have.